Welcome to the most exciting coin discovery of your life. Today, we're diving into the mysterious and ultra-rare bicentennial coins, an ordinary-looking coin with the power to make you a millionaire overnight. If you've got this hidden gem in your pocket, your entire future could change in an instant. Let's unlock the secrets behind this legendary piece of treasure. First up, the Morgan dollar isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of an era when the United States was rapidly transforming into an industrial powerhouse. Struck in the aftermath of the Civil War during a time of expanding railroads, booming mining towns, and growing national confidence, the 1882 Morgan dollar carries the spirit of 19th century America in its metal. Designed by George T. Morgan, this coin was among the earliest to fully embrace the decimal system in everyday U.S. currency, translating complex economic growth into a tangible piece of silver that ordinary people could carry in their pocket. When you hold an 1882 Morgan dollar, even in very dirty condition, you're touching a chapter of American history that bridged the frontier era with modern commerce. What makes the 1882 Morgan especially captivating to collectors isn't just its age. It's the story behind the metal. Morgan dollars are composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, a combination that gave them durability for circulation while preserving intrinsic value due to the high silver content. Over time, circulation wear, environmental exposure, and chemical reactions can leave these coins looking gritty, dark, or dirty. But that aged patina is also part of their narrative. Even when an 1882 dollar looks far from shiny, its underlying composition links it to the great silver strikes of the American West and to the millions of ounces mined from places like Nevada's Comstock Lode. Despite being one of the more common dates in the series, an 1882 Morgan dollar in very dirty condition still garners remarkable attention because so many of these coins have been lost, melted, or subtly damaged over the decades. The rougher the condition, paradoxically, the more fascinating the coin can be to certain collectors who appreciate the raw authenticity that only heavy circulation wear can convey. In today's pricing environment, very worn 1882 Morgans can still command market values ranging from around $1,000 to $9,000 or more, depending on subtle factors like tunning, strike quality, and the presence of any striking anomalies that survive beneath the grime. Even when a coin looks less than perfect, dealers and passionate collectors recognize the real history embedded in every scratch and dent. Market demand for these coins has grown steadily over the last decade as new collectors enter the numismatic world, and as seasoned investors begin to see historical coins as a tangible hedge against inflation and financial uncertainty. Unlike bullion silver, which is valued almost exclusively for melt value plus a small premium, rare date Morgans like the 1882 ride on both precious metal content and collectible premium. The wider economic context, with global silver markets fluctuating, often pushes collectors to seek physical artifacts with dual value, metal and history. Because of this, even an 1882 in very dirty condition can outperform expectations as long as buyers understand what they are acquiring. For those thinking about collecting or investing in an 1882 Morgan dollar, understanding condition and certification is crucial. Grading standards from reputable services like PCGS or NGC dramatically affect value. Coins encapsulated and graded as about good, good, very good, fine, or very fine can vary widely in the marketplace. In dirty condition, most 1882 Morgans will fall into the lower grades, but a certified example still carries a pedigree that raw, loose coins don't. Collectors should learn the terminology of numismatics such as obverse, reverse, strike, wear, and luster, and become familiar with how grading grades reflect actual wear patterns, not just surface appearance. Investing in certification early can protect both novice and experienced collectors from overpaying for issues they don't fully see. Another important strategy is community engagement. Serious collectors rarely operate in isolation. Forums, local coin clubs, national associations like the American Numismatic Association, and social media groups all offer invaluable insights. In these settings, a collector can compare notes on market trends, learn what subtle features to look for in a well-struck 1882 dollar, and get real opinions on what constitutes a fair price for a coin in rough shape. Networking also opens opportunities to trade or acquire coins that haven't yet hit the major marketplaces, giving an edge to informed enthusiasts over casual buyers who might only see polished listings with inflated premiums. Beyond dollars and cents, the 1882 Morgan dollar in very dirty condition carries cultural symbolism that resonates globally. This coin was minted in an era when the United States was asserting itself on the world stage, not just economically but culturally. Over time, the Morgan dollar became an ambassador of American craftsmanship, showing up in international collections, diplomatic gifts, and private hoards across continents. Even today, collectors in Europe, Asia, and South America seek out classic American coins to diversify their cabinets, not just for investment, but for the universal language of history that metal and design convey. Finally, when we look at long-term value appreciation, it's clear that properly understood numismatics often outpaces simple commodity speculation. A dusty 1882 Morgan dollar might seem ordinary at first glance, but over years and decades, well-graded and intelligently acquired coins have shown strong performance in auction results and private sales. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a relationship with history, economics, and art that rewards patience, knowledge, and community. For any viewer intrigued by American heritage, precious metal legacy, and the timeless allure of coins that have passed through countless hands, the 1882 Morgan dollar, even in very dirty condition, stands as a testament to the enduring value of numismatic passion. Second, the 1884 Morgan silver dollar stands as one of the most fascinating and historically rich coins ever produced by the United States Mint. And even in very dirty condition, it carries a powerful story of America's industrial rise and economic ambition. Minted during a period of explosive growth fueled by Western silver mining, the 1884 Morgan dollar reflects a nation transitioning from post-Civil War recovery into global financial influence. Designed by George T. Morgan, this coin embodies classical artistry blended with American identity, featuring Lady Liberty in profile and a bold eagle on the reverse. As part of the broader Morgan dollar series, it represents one of the early pillars of the United States decimal coinage system, reinforcing the structured monetary framework that helped standardize commerce across a rapidly expanding country. The composition of the 1884 Morgan dollar adds another layer of importance and value, as it contains 90% silver and 10% copper, a combination that strengthened the coin for heavy circulation while preserving substantial intrinsic metal worth. The copper element within the alloy gave the coin durability, allowing it to withstand years of handling in banks, saloons, trading posts, and businesses throughout America. When found in very dirty condition today, the dark tunning, embedded grime, and worn surfaces are often the result of decades of circulation and natural oxidation rather than damage. That aged appearance, while sometimes misunderstood, can actually signal originality, which is highly respected in the numismatic community. Although 1884 was a productive year for Morgan dollar mintages, the true rarity emerges when discussing examples that survive in very fine condition while still retaining authentic surfaces. Many coins from that era were melted down or mishandled over time, and others were improperly cleaned, reducing their collector value. A genuinely original 1884 Morgan dollar in very fine condition, even if visually dirty, can be far scarcer than polished or altered examples. Collectors carefully examine strike sharpness, remaining detail in Liberty's hair, the eagle's breast feathers, and rim integrity to determine whether a coin's wear aligns with natural circulation patterns rather than artificial impairment. When it comes to market value, the 1884 Morgan dollar continues to attract impressive attention, with prices for certain desirable examples ranging from $1,000 to $9,000 or more depending on grade, eye appeal, mint mark, and certification. Even heavily worn coins can command strong premiums if they display originality and are authenticated by reputable grading services. Market fluctuations in silver prices can influence baseline values, but the real strength of the Morgan dollar lies in its numismatic premium, which often far exceeds melt value. As collector interest expands globally, demand has steadily increased for classic American silver dollars, pushing prices upward for quality pieces. Investment potential remains one of the strongest attractions of the 1884 Morgan dollar, particularly for individuals seeking tangible assets that combine historical importance with precious metal content. Unlike modern bullion coins that trade primarily on silver weight, Morgan dollars carry artistic heritage and historical depth that enhance their long-term desirability. Investors who focus on properly graded examples often benefit from stable appreciation over time, especially when acquiring coins during favorable market cycles. Because the Morgan dollar series is one of the most widely collected in the world, liquidity remains strong, allowing buyers and sellers to participate confidently in auctions and private transactions. For collectors entering the market, education is essential. Understanding grading standards such as fine, very fine, extremely fine, and about uncirculated can significantly impact purchasing decisions and long-term returns. Certification by recognized grading companies provides assurance of authenticity and condition, reducing risk and increasing resale value. It is equally important to avoid cleaning coins, as improper cleaning can permanently damage surfaces and erase natural tunning that collectors prize. Joining coin clubs, attending shows, and participating in numismatic communities can provide valuable insight into pricing trends, authentication techniques, and emerging opportunities within the Morgan dollar market. In numismatic history, the 1884 Morgan dollar represents more than a silver coin. It symbolizes a financial policy era shaped by the Bland-Allison Act and the political debates surrounding silver coinage in the late 19th century. The coin reflects a time when silver production and monetary standards were central national issues, linking mining economies of the American West to federal fiscal decisions in Washington. Owning an 1884 Morgan dollar means holding a relic from a transformative chapter in U.S. economic development, when hard money and precious metals anchored public trust in currency. Culturally, the Morgan dollar has transcended its face value to become an icon recognized around the world. Its bold design, substantial weight, and historical aura attract collectors not only in the United States, but across Europe and Asia, where classic American coinage is admired for both artistry and investment strength. Over decades, well-preserved examples have shown consistent long-term appreciation, reinforcing the idea that tangible historical assets can serve as generational stores of value. Even in very dirty condition, the 1884 Morgan dollar remains a testament to endurance, craftsmanship, and economic heritage, proving that true value often lies beneath the surface, waiting for knowledgeable collectors to recognize its worth. Another compelling aspect of the 1884 Morgan dollar in very dirty condition is the psychology of scarcity that surrounds original survivors. As time passes, more coins are either lost, damaged, cleaned, or locked away in permanent collections, reducing the number of truly authentic examples available on the open market. This gradual tightening of supply naturally strengthens long-term demand, especially for coins that remain untouched and properly certified. Serious collectors understand that originality cannot be recreated, and once a coin's natural surface is altered, that historic integrity is gone forever. Because of this, even a dark, heavily toned 1884 Morgan dollar with honest wear can become far more desirable than a bright but artificially cleaned specimen, reinforcing its strong market positioning and sustained premium potential. Looking ahead, the long-term appreciation of the 1884 Morgan dollar is supported by generational transfer of wealth and the expanding global interest in tangible historical assets. As more investors diversify beyond paper markets into physical collectibles, classic American silver dollars continue to benefit from renewed attention. The Morgan series in particular has built a reputation over decades for stability, recognition, and consistent auction performance. This combination of historical importance, precious metal backing, artistic design, and worldwide collector demand positions the 1884 Morgan dollar as more than just an old coin. It becomes a legacy asset capable of preserving value across decades. Even in very dirty condition, when properly authenticated and wisely acquired, it holds the potential to remain both culturally meaningful and financially rewarding for years to come. Third, the 1892 Morgan silver dollar represents a powerful chapter in American numismatic history, standing at the crossroads of economic change and artistic achievement. Struck during the final decade of the 19th century, this coin emerged at a time when the United States was wrestling with debates over silver policy, industrial expansion, and monetary stability. Designed by George T. Morgan, the coin features the iconic Liberty head on the obverse and a proud American eagle on the reverse, symbolizing national confidence and strength. As part of the Morgan dollar series, the 1892 issue continues the legacy of one of America's earliest widely circulated decimal silver dollars, reinforcing the standardized monetary system that helped unify commerce across a rapidly developing nation. The historical background of the 1892 Morgan dollar is deeply connected to the political tension surrounding silver coinage during that era. The late 1800s saw intense national debate over the role of silver in backing U.S. currency, and Morgan dollars were minted in large part to satisfy legislative requirements tied to silver purchases. This makes the 1892 issue not just a coin, but a reflection of financial policy and national economic identity. Even in very dirty condition, the coin carries evidence of circulation during a transformative time in American history, when railroads were expanding, industries were growing, and the country was emerging as a global economic force. Composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, the 1892 Morgan dollar was built for durability and long-term circulation. The addition of copper strengthened the coin structure, allowing it to withstand years of handling without quickly losing its design details. Over time, exposure to air, moisture, and countless transactions can leave surviving examples darkened, toned, or covered in surface grime. However, this very dirty condition often indicates authenticity rather than neglect, as original surfaces that have not been cleaned are highly valued in today's numismatic market. The alloy's balance between silver's intrinsic value and copper's resilience ensured that these coins could function as both currency and a store of wealth. Rarity becomes especially significant when discussing the 1892 Morgan dollar in very fine condition. While many pieces were struck, far fewer have survived with strong detail and natural surfaces intact. Collectors carefully examine Liberty's hairlines, the sharpness of the eagle's feathers, and the clarity of the lettering to determine grade. Coins graded in the very fine range show moderate wear but retain strong central details, making them particularly attractive to collectors who seek balance between affordability and quality. A very fine 1892 Morgan dollar that remains uncleaned, even if dirty in appearance, can command impressive attention due to the combination of age, originality, and preserved detail. When it comes to value, the 1892 Morgan dollar continues to command substantial premiums in the marketplace, with desirable examples often ranging from $1,000 to $9,000 or more depending on mint mark, condition, certification, and overall eye appeal. The numismatic premium often exceeds the coin's silver melt value by a wide margin, especially for pieces authenticated by respected grading services. Market demand has strengthened over time as collectors seek historically significant silver coins with tangible backing. Even heavily circulated examples can attract strong bids if they maintain natural surfaces and display no signs of harsh cleaning or damage. From an investment standpoint, the 1892 Morgan dollar offers a compelling blend of precious metal content and collectible appeal. Unlike modern bullion coins that derive most of their worth from metal prices alone, Morgan dollars carry added historical and artistic value that tends to appreciate steadily over decades. Investors who focus on properly graded coins benefit from both liquidity and recognition, as the Morgan series remains one of the most widely collected in the world. Certification by trusted grading services provides transparency, reduces risk, and enhances resale potential, making it a critical step for anyone serious about building a high-quality collection. Collectors are encouraged to study grading standards carefully and to understand how wear patterns affect value. In very dirty condition, it is essential not to clean the coin, as improper cleaning can permanently damage surfaces and reduce collector demand. Joining numismatic communities, attending coin shows, and participating in collector forums can provide invaluable insights into pricing trends and authentication techniques. Knowledge shared within these communities often helps collectors avoid costly mistakes and identify undervalued opportunities in the market, particularly with key-date Morgan dollars like certain 1892 issues. Beyond its financial appeal, the 1892 Morgan dollar carries enduring cultural symbolism that resonates internationally. It reflects an era of American ambition, industrial strength, and expanding global presence. Collectors around the world admire the Morgan dollar for its bold design and historical depth, making it a staple in international collections. Over the long term, well-preserved and properly certified examples have demonstrated consistent value appreciation, reinforcing their status as legacy assets. Even in very dirty condition, the 1892 Morgan dollar stands as a testament to craftsmanship, economic history, and the timeless allure of tangible wealth that continues to captivate collectors generation after generation. Another important dimension of the 1892 Morgan dollar is how survival rates directly influence future value potential. As decades pass, more coins are either permanently housed in private collections, absorbed into long-term investment portfolios, or removed from the market entirely due to damage or mishandling. This gradual reduction in available supply strengthens demand, particularly for coins that remain original and certified. A very dirty 1892 Morgan dollar that has never been cleaned often retains microscopic surface integrity that advanced collectors highly respect. Because originality cannot be restored once lost, untouched examples, regardless of dark tunning or grime, frequently become more desirable over time, especially as awareness grows about the dangers of improper cleaning. Looking toward the future, the long-term appreciation of the 1892 Morgan dollar is supported by its global recognition, precious metal foundation, and strong collector base. As economic uncertainty periodically influences financial markets, tangible historical assets like classic U.S. silver dollars continue to attract attention from both seasoned investors and new enthusiasts. The Morgan dollar series has built a century-long reputation for stability, liquidity, and cultural prestige, giving coins like the 1892 issue enduring strength beyond short-term price fluctuations. Even in very dirty condition, when authenticated and wisely acquired, this coin represents more than silver. It represents heritage, resilience, and a legacy of value that can be preserved and passed down for generations.